Maryland, home of the Maryland Terrapins. Fans have been eager for this clash coming up in what some affectionately refer to as the Snake Pit. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Terrapins will get us started with the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Cincinnati's offense will go to work first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground.
There he goes. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Bearcats will hustle to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They're dealing with a second and long. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been real. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Quick completion on the out route.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The running back has it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Bearcats will have it first and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Smashes through the tackle. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bearcats!
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will get the ball for the first time. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays. Maybe play a little bit deeper than normal, sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
Looking downfield, it's Washington. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Just needs a crack to get a return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Shakes off the defender. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try.
Breaks into the open. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Bearcats want to move quickly. Takes it from the gun on third down. Here comes the heat. He's got it. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Now the play fake. He's got him. Got enough space. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Bearcats trying to cash it in on first and goal. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Dropping back, it's Washington. Finds the tight end. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw.
Turning it on! They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Terrapins didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field, keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
and you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Using his legs, it's Sticky. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Bearcats headed quickly to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. We played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. To the air, it's Young. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Right on the money. Nice move to keep running. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. The Bearcats can really attack on this second and short. Looking to throw again. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got an open man. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now on the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bearcats!
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys. Wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia Tech. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He
didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man to the left. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Bearcats want to crank the tempo. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Quick pass on the jet motion. He breaks a tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. PAT unit on the field. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Bearcats. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Still on his feet at the 35. There he goes. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Coming out with it, it's Smith. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to pass, it's Young. Got his man downfield.
I love the job by the receiver there on the crow route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football. And it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant and they would want to wait for the ball. Not this guy. He went and attacked it and secured the catch.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
just a short pass to the tight end. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Bearcats will punt it away on fourth down. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
And the Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Makes the catch. It's Spencer. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Wiggins. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Hand off from the shotgun.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Makes the grab. It's Jones. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Touchdown, Maryland! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Bearcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Cincinnati! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback size, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Back to throw, it's Washington. Quickly complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Jones. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David. And it breaks into the open. Bulldozes it. And another broken tackle. Touchdown, Bearcats! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have got down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. It's Washington. Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physical.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
Well, watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball. And I think he was anticipating on third and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and